an Alana
Nichols
from Australia, isn't there?
My girlfriend, in fact, Alana
there
Nichols.
You go. She's just popped up racing for the United States.
I know. Yeah, I heard her name yesterday on the loudspeaker, and I said, I'm pretty sure she's back in Perth, but maybe she hasn't told me her travel plans.
So I'm not sure whether, because of the makeup of that final, there is perhaps one more place available. I'll try and confirm that. So the next race will be the final of the men's KL3 200 metres. That's the C final. So as we were saying earlier, incredible depth in these races. And they're about to line up and get into the buckets now. We're starting to catch up because of that false start earlier.
Yep. The times will continue to drop now. You would suspect, with the use of legs being utilised now in the KL3 category.
You just have that extra way of transferring the power down into the boat and through the water when you've got the use of your legs, I think.
Janos Penche from Hungary, sporting a beautiful hairstyle. Lane 2.
Alongside him, that is the Brazilian athlete Vander Rogério Pereira de Lima out in lane 4.
Always impressed with the South American names. They drag on forever, but they're all beautiful.
They're beautiful
they sound
names,
like churches.
That's Jonas Mikkel El Olsi of Denmark in lane 5. So this is the C final.
Siradesh Namtayatong from Thailand. Lane 6, lane 7, Casper Sotheby Thompson. Tomas Modserchki in lane 8, and pretty even start across the board. Maybe lane 6, the Thai athlete pulling away out of the blocks.
Fantastic start by the Thai athlete, but I think out there also in lane 4 is the Brazilian looking strong, I think. This is going to be a very, very close C final, I think, because these, well, mind you, look out and look at Vander Rogério Pereira de Lima out in lane 4 is really pulling ahead of Tomasz Mojewski of Poland in lane 8. Mojewski is starting to pull up though, but it looks like it will be Pereira de Lima who takes first for Brazil, ahead of Poland's Tomasz Mojewski, and in third was Jonas Mikkel El Olsi of Denmark. And that was close racing. You can really see how the speed is starting to pick up.
Absolutely, and those times would have been sort of a low 44, maybe a low 45, and they'll slowly decrease now to the low 40s in the B and A finals coming up. But lots more power utilised through the leg drive. See the strength of the upper body providing really great technique, high hands coming through. And they look, technically very, very, very strong in comparison to the able-bodied athletes now. They're the Paracanoe athletes are really utilising great technical expertise from coaches around the world, and as you say, the depth of field is incredible and increasing.
I think it's a great show for the people who make the decisions about the Paralympics. This is a great show to say Paracanoe will be in the Paralympics hopefully for years to come. So there we are, the results of the C final of the men's KL3 200 metres, 44.513 the winning time for Vander Rogério Pereira de Lima, taking first place in that C final. So we're just going to find that, as Jesse was saying, the expertise of these para-athletes just technically just improving year on year. And I must admit, when because the coaching is absolutely fantastic. When I first met Anne Dickens, this is a great British athlete who will be seeing in the KL3 Women's 200 in just a few moments' time. When I first met her, I went out on the water with her. She'd been paddling for about a year. Technically, just absolutely fantastic. And I think Paracanoe now is really showing that it is a quality event, and hopefully become one of the greatest Paralympic events that there are. So lining up now is the B final of the men's KL3 200 metres. So we actually have got opportunities for athletes here to qualify, because of the number of athletes in the A final who have already qualified. We're going to have one athlete plus the first unqualified athlete plus the first athlete not from Europe or America will qualify. It's very, very complicated indeed. But that's Jonas Garcia out in lane 1 of Spain. The New Zealand athlete Scott Martlew in lane 2. That's lane 5, Patrick O'Leary of Ireland. Ireland not yet qualified a spot in this, so could yet be in with a chance. That's the Australian paddler Dylan Littlehayes, who's out in lane 6 there. Arsen Osenovic of Serbia in lane 7. And that's Etioklis Pavlov of Greece in lane 8. And lane 9 is Pier Alberto Buccilerio. And if my maths serves me correctly, Dylan Littlehayes of Australia is out there in lane 6 in the white boat. He's only 17 years old, born in 1999. So absolutely fantastic to have made this B final at such a young age. A very good start from Arsen Osenovic of Serbia in lane 7. Also looking strong, I believe that's Patrick O'Leary of Ireland in lane 5. Remember, there are places up for grabs in this event, and it is Patrick O'Leary of Ireland who takes the lead at the moment. Out in lane 3, Mateusz Sawilo of Poland, also looking strong. Sawilo was already qualified a spot for Poland. As they come towards the finish line, it's Patrick O'Leary starting to slow down. Can he make it to the end? Patrick O'Leary does qualify, does cross the line in first place. He will qualify a place at Rio 2016. But I can't quite make out how the rest of that finished, because that was an incredibly close and an incredibly fast B final. He had a very, very strong lead and just held on over those last few metres. So great result for the Ireland team, and a great result for Dylan Littlehayes, who I just said is 17 years old.
Yep.
Finished second in that B final.
Very impressive, and I think that might well.
I think that's a qualification.
That's a qualification.
Because he's not from Europe or America, so
wow.
That's a qualification for Dylan Littlehayes. Absolutely incredible. I'm not sure that's an official result yet. It was very tight, so I'll have to wait for certain official confirmation. But fantastic race from him.
Yeah, no, he's been putting a lot of pressure on himself to try and get ahead of those who's in direct competition with him in terms of continental qualification. I believe Scott Martlew from New Zealand he was up head-to-head with, and so to be ahead of him today will almost certainly take him into the position for qualification. But yeah, the youngest member of our team, so lots of
possibly
things.
the youngest member that I've definitely commentated on, the youngest paddler I've definitely commentated on this week anyway.
Yeah.
So there you have it, Patrick O'Leary of Ireland. And look at the difference, 1/1000th of a second separating Dylan Littlehayes of Australia and the Serbian athlete Arsen Osenovic, who's out in lane 7. That's just how close 200-metre race you can get.
Yep.
1/1000th of a second. That's not even a fly's sneeze, that is.
Yeah, that's all you need. And wow, to be on the better side of that for Dylan is such great news for Australia.
So next up is the medal race, the A final of the men's KL3 200 metres. So we do have the reigning champion from Germany, Tom Keary, in lane 8 racing in this race. Last year's silver medalist from Great Britain, Robert Oliver. He'll be out there in lane 2. And the bronze medalist from Russia from 2015, Leonid Krylov. But that is lane 4. That's João Ribeiro de Carvalho from Brazil. Martin Paracanoe of France in lane 1. And those two athletes, the Brazilian and the French, will qualify places for Rio 2016 if they complete this race. Julian Serban in lane 3 of Romania, already qualified last year. That's one of the 2 British athletes in this race. That's Jonathan Young, who is out in lane 9, the closest lane to us. So 2 Great Britain athletes in this A final. 2 Russian athletes as well, Leonid Krylov and Artem Voronkov, next to each other in lane 6 and 7. And spearheading the race out in the middle lane is Serhiy Yemelyanov of Ukraine. So medals and qualification up for grabs in this A final of the men's KL3 200 metres. That's Artem Voronkov of Russia. Pardon me. It's one of that's the current reigning champion, Tom Keary. He's definitely going to be one to beat, and he's very quick and very powerful out of the blocks. As is João Ribeiro de Carvalho of Brazil, looking strong as well, but in lane 8, what a start from the reigning champion. He's going to be very, very hard to beat. Can he keep up this pace over the last 100 metres? They're halfway now. And it is Keary at the moment who takes the lead. It's a strong paddle as well from Leonid Krylov out in lane 6. And it looks like lane 6 who's starting to make some headway. It is Keary who's still in the lead. 20 metres left to go. Barely a few strokes left to go. And it will be Tom Keary who takes the gold medal in the men's KL3 200 metres final. And it was Serhiy Yemelyanov of Ukraine who took the silver. And I believe Leonid Krylov of Russia who took bronze. Very, very tight racing, very impressive racing. Technically, the stroke rate that they got up, the speed, the power, and this really showcases what Paralympic sport is all about. Just absolutely fantastic.
I mean, they'd be testing some athletes around the world in the K1. Really, really powerful is Tom Keary, and obviously a former world champion, reigning world champion. And I think he just held on to that title just ahead of Yemelyanov and Krylov, Ukraine and Russia. Robert Oliver from Great Britain, silver medalist last year, just outside the medals.
Yeah, down in 5th. So they're the times. 40.430 is the winning time from, in a wider boat is the winning time from Tom Keary of Germany. Just 0.04 of a second behind him with Serhiy Yemelyanov of Ukraine.